Dragon Ball is a series known for many things: action, transformations, screaming. But I would argue that one of the series' best aspects is its villain. Each one from Pilaf to Frieza is essential to the story and reflects major parts of our characters. Though, for me, the one that always stood out the most was Cell. His introduction was easily the best out of any. I mean, it was a straight up horror movie scene in the middle of a shonen battle anime. It was crazy. So, a question beckons. How strong is Cell? This video aims to be a comprehensive guide on the power of Cell, taking a composite, but like not really, you'll see. I'll provide with the low ball, mid ball, and high ball estimate Cell's power. Basically, if you're ever in an argument debating Cell's power, use video as a guide. With that out of the way, let's get started. We're going to start off with Cell's mid-ball estimate's power, as this is the most reasonable and logical take on his strength, and it's also one I believe. Starting with the attack potency, Cell's attack potency would be around Sourcing level, but like slightly higher than that. In literally every continuity ever, Cell is stated to be able to destroy a solar system. It happens in the anime, in the DB Kai website all places, in the manga. He literally does it in the DS game Dragon Ball Kai Ultimate Budoden. In Dokkan Battle, he has Solar System Truck Wave, as well as other video games stating he can destroy a solar system. Yes, I know, video games are questionably canon at best, but still. Although, we don't just need video game statements, we've got even more statements from the data books like El Manga Legendario, which states, referring to the power of Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, its power is enough to even push back Cell's energy bullet, which had enough force to blow away the solar system. But most importantly, the embodiment of protection says he can destroy the solar system itself, which isn't a lie or hyperbole. Firstly, it's extremely consistent. In the previous arcs, Frieza's like dwarf star level, with Vegeta before being planetary, making this whole scaling chain like really consistent. Secondly, Cell has no reason to be lying, as not only is his statement supported by guidebooks, which the whole point of the guidebook is to be a guide. Why would the guidebook be lying to you? And two, he's not in a desperate state. He's not trying to get the upper hand. He's fine. If it wasn't for Vegeta helping out, Gohan would have totally lost. Plus, the Z fighters can sense Ki. So if they sensed he was lying, don't you think one of them would like Tianwen would shout like, "Nah, you two command, you can't do anything." But no one said anything. Said everyone was absolutely terrified. Now that we've established he's at least Soul System level, or 4B, there's actually layers of how deep you think he scales into being Soul System Buster. The way I see it, there's only two ways for Cell to destroy Soul System. One, he fires his Kamehameha wave at the sun, in turn destroying the Solar System. Or two, the sheer Ki / the power of his Kamehameha wave contains enough energy to destroy a solar system. For the first interpretation, Cell's power would be actually slightly above Soul System level, according to some calculations I found, and he's not even just barely Soul System Buster, no, he's pretty well into it. For the latter interpretation, unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a calc for it, so if anyone knows one or can do one, let me know, because that would help a lot. Of course, all this will scale to Cell's durability, since according to a lot of physics, free action, equal reaction, yada yada. So, in order for him to output that amount of attack potency, he's able to endure it. Next up, we've got speed, which, like in Dragon Ball, is honestly more controversial than attack potency. Like, you either think you're slower than a bullet, or beyond time. However, by this time in Dragon Ball, at the end of the Cell Saga, everyone who isn't being an ass probably all agree that Cell is blatantly FTL+. Dragon Ball characters have been fast and light since even before the Red Ribbon Army arc. With Goku being able to dodge cancel or flare, back when all the characters had power levels in the low hundreds. Since then, our characters have gone undeniably hundreds of millions of times faster via the definitive power levels were given back in the Saiyan and Namek sagas. And in Dragon Ball, speed is directly correlated to power and attack potency, like even Vegeta says it. In 99% of cases, if you're stronger, you're faster, and vice versa. That's why characters like Birdo and Dispo are so special. Their speed doesn't correlate to their strength, and they broke the rule. Thus, Cell would easily be MTL Plus, as he's easily 1,000 times faster speed of light, which is the bare minimum for MTL Plus. Last, but certainly not least, is his hacks, which is probably Cell's best aspect. Firstly, he's got the abilities and techniques of like everyone in the entire show, from Frieza to Krillin. He has offensive techniques like the Kamehameha Wave, Death Beams, and Destructor Disc, as well as defensive techniques like the Transmission and the Solar Flare. Those abilities, coupled with this insane regeneration. Our generation is so potently only to kill him is to completely destroy his core, basically completely obliterating down to his last cell, a core that's been shown to be able to move around his body in order to not be destroyed. Or at least that's my headcanon, because if it's just in his head, then how did he survive this? Now that we covered the serious part, or the part I actually want to be accurate, now we can have a bit more fun. Okay, so don't take these next parts seriously, just think of them as fun thought exercises, how much we can glaze and unglaze a cell. For a highball, and I mean highball, a D cell. Yeah. Okay, so this would first come from the anime statements, which states Cell could destroy the universe, and then upscaling Frieza, who also in the anime statements they can destroy the universe. However, in Dragon Ball, a universe isn't just a universe, but it is instead composed of several infinite macrocosms, like Otherworld, the Living Universe, the Demon Realm, the Kais, and plenty more. Since the Dragon Ball world is infinite and all the other realms are infinite, or at least on a lesser scale of infinity, still infinity, being able to destroy all of that would make the character low multiversal or 5D. Next, we can actually jump all the way to 7D because of a statement from Koyama. The screenwriter for Dragon Ball said the Kaioshin realm is a 7D construct, or realm. Then, we get to 8D because of a statement in a guidebook that third form Frieza's power, yes, third form Frieza, I know, power is from another dimension, putting it in another dimensional tier with a 7D Kaioshin realm. But hold on, hear me out. I kinda lied to you because you can scale Cell to outer versal. Okay, this is done via the DVS Broly movie and subspaces in Shenzhen 4. For the Broly stuff, you know the part in DVS Broly where Gogeta and Broly are fighting and they break through dimensions? You know the part, you watched the movie. Well, in a guidebook, this dimension were called super dimensions. Super dimension is a higher dimensional construct that transcends ordinary dimensions, or a realm of structure that exists outside or beyond the conventional multiversal and higher dimensional systems. This also applies to the Shenzhen 4 subspaces, which were stated to transcend time and space. These super dimensions exist within the universe of a macrocosm, so Cell being able to destroy these super dimensions would in turn make him outerversal, since he can destroy these super dimensions beyond the concept of dimensions, thus making him outerversal. You could also say that Cell would be 2 tiers above outerversal by arguing the Kaioshin realm, so the afterlife transcends everything in the living world, including the super dimensions, which we talked about before, so if you want to do that, have fun with that. For his speed, we can get him all the way to infinite speed. The main argument, which honestly I kind of believe, it isn't horrible, you know, it can kind of work, will come from backscaling from old Kai, who reacted to shockwaves traveled from across the universe, an infinite speed feat, and with Cell being stronger, or at least on par with the Supreme Kai, who is stronger than the old Kai, that would in turn give him infinite speed. I tried to find some evidence that Cell could have inaccessible or measurable speed, but like there really isn't any evidence for that, except like maybe instant transmission, but like even then it's like pretty flimsy even for this section. So yeah, probably no inaccessible or measurable speed, at least not right now in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Super is it's a different story. Now, is any of this accurate? Is any of this consistent? Do I believe any of this? Absolutely not. But I just find it fun to see how much you can jerk off the Green Bugman. Because at the end of the day, it's all fiction. It's all for fun. So if you want to walk around claiming that Cell's out of reversal, go for it. Just don't blame me if you get cooked. Now, we're going to do the exact opposite and see how much we can undersell Cell's power. Now, I tried to make some sort of argument that the best feat we see Cell actually do is destroy islands when looking for Android 18, so he's like island level at most, but even in this section where the whole point is to lowball him, I can't make that argument, because he's blatantly and undeniably stronger than Frieza, who destroyed planet Vegeta, a feat that can range anywhere from small planet to dwarf star level depending on the calcs. But for this argument, it's small planetary level. So if you downplay all the solar system statements and how much stronger the characters have gone since the Namek Saga, you could say that Cell is small planetary. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you can do that, buddy. For speed, you could argue there's only sub-relativistic. This would come from an ant-speed in the beginning of the saga, where Vegeta was surprised Goku could travel 10,000 kilometers in 3.4 seconds, when he first comes back from Yard with the Mist technique. The speed required to do that would be around 15 million miles per hour, which is 2.2% the speed of light, which Vegeta was surprised by, so you could even argue that that is a high bar for the speed at this time. Of course, this is an anti-feat, so it's not really consistent or even relevant, and if you even scale to Cell at this point is iffy at best, but hey, it's the point of this section, so you know, unwanking. In conclusion, Super Perfect Cell is very strong. Obviously, he's a Dragon Ball character. Personally, I think he's probably Sosin level, like slightly above it, with MFCL plus speed. However, for the goofs, he could be outer reversal with infinite speed, or small planetary with sub-relativistic. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you missed anything or want to add something, let me know in the comments. See ya.